As I stood in front of the judge, all I could think about was all the beam routines before this one, both good and bad. I thought about my first state meet this year, when I fell on my cartwheel, the only time I fell all year. I slowly tried to push that out of my mind, thinking about the near flawless routine that I performed at the redo state meet, the one that blew judges away with sheer quality and precision, resulting in a score of 9.7, the best score of my entire competitive career. My coach came up to me and grabbed my shoulders, pulling me away from the alternate reality of my mind. Suddenly, I'm back at regionals, the final meet of my career. It was almost surreal. It was almost over. As soon as I looked up, the judge was saluting me with a white paper flag on a dowel rod. I returned the salute. As I turn around, I take a deep breath, trying to grasp the significance of the moment that's about to happen. I place my hands millimeters above the beam, trying to compose my thoughts. It's as if time and everything around me has just stopped. Suddenly, it's just me and the beam, nothing else. I think about my mount, how easy it is and how clean it has to be. As I stand on the beam ready for my first skill, it dawns on me that this may very well be the last time I ever do some of these skills. Straight jumps to some, perfectly landed, not a single wobble. I turn and show off my dance to the judges, one of my favorite parts. Even the judge is smiling at me. The handstand is slow and controlled, although not held as long as I would have wanted. I take a deep breath. My two hardest skills are next. The dreaded full turn. It seems simple enough, but if you're just a hair off, you may as well just jump off the beam. I'm not dead on, but I cover it with some dance, faking it to the judges. They don't know what my routine is. Another breath as the cartwheel comes. I start off slow to make sure I'm in line. As my first foot lands and my second comes quickly after, I feel myself begin to slide. Everything I worked for was about to come to an end, I thought. A moment later, I remember being surprised to still be on the beam. It had worked itself out, and my wonderful routine was still in great shape. I had made it past the hardest part. Filled with joy, I did some more dance with the judges, smiling as happy as could be. I turned and did my beautiful scale, held it for seemingly forever as I geared up for that final skill, a front pike dismount. Now, this was a new skill for me. I'd never competed it, but I knew it was time. I'd been working it forever. I ran, punched off the end of the beam, and I knew it. It was perfect. Only one small hop on the landing, but it was done. I had done one of the best routines in my life. As I saluted the judge to say I was done, all that I could think of was that it was over. The sport that I'd given 100% of my life to over the past 2 years was done. My coach gave me a seemingly endless hug until one little girl ran up to me. Now I know this girl. She's my youngest teammate, Lydia. She runs over to me in her happy, skippy way, soon to be followed by the rest of my team in quick succession. Standing there in a giant group hug, with me bawling and them trying not to, I realized there was no way I could leave this sport forever. Gymnastics would always be a huge part of me. I would find some way to still follow my dream, and I wouldn't stop believing.